I know some of you can remember when they used to say, this is the last call for all alcohol. But we like to do it a little bit different for you. This is the last call for all the true believers. I want you to get your ticket in your hand. This train is heaven bound. Here we go. Brother Derek Hall. Come on, y'all, give him a hand. Come on, brother Eldon T on the tenor sax.
Welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Kat Carter, and I am so excited that you have decided to tune in and hang out with me tonight because I have kidnapped another co host. Ooh. Guess who I have waiting to come on tonight? You all won't believe it. The maestro himself, Laval Belle, is in the house. He's going to be with me the entire hour. So if you are tuned in right now, you are in store for a great treat. So Friday Night Live is a positive platform where we come to inform, innovate, and inspire. And it is my prayer that is what we have been doing the whole year. Well, it's almost been a year, Cheryl. May will be a year since we've been on. Okay, so let's go to our encouragement corner. Tonight it reads, at times it may seem as if I am rising from the ashes of my own life because I have gone through an unhappy experience. Problems in relationships or on the job can take their toll both emotionally and physically. Yet I can rise up again and be whole, free, and fulfilled, the fulfilled person God created me to be. When I am feeling weak, God within me is my strength. When I am going through a time of confusion, God within me is my wisdom. When I seem lost and alone, God within me lets me know that I can never be separated from divine life, love, and care. Out of the ashes of the past, new life, new love, and new opportunities spring forth. And if I listen carefully and faithfully, I will hear the still small voice reminding me that these gifts are mine to have and enjoy. I receive the gifts of life, love, and opportunity from God. Taken from the Daily Word, 365 days of love, inspiration, and guidance. All right, I don't think y'all ready, but we gonna keep it moving right along. Let me tell you about my special guest this evening, Laval Belle. He is a highly respected producer, author, playwright, advocate, minister, and he is a native of St. Louis, Missouri. As an author, Belle has written 8 inspiring and educational publications, including the latest title, Kids Journal Through COVID-19, United Kids Speak. In 2000, Belle founded the nonprofit organization Caring Ministries, a ministry committed to serve and meet the needs of all people. As a minister, Belle taught spiritual gifts and making of a leader courses at West Angeles Bible College. He also travels throughout the country and urban communities, motivating youth and adults through inspirational dialogue and seminars, conferences, prisons, small groups, and congregational services. An accomplished musician, Belle has played for renowned artists. I can't even tell you all of them, but I'm going to tell you a few of them. Aretha Franklin, Andre Crouch, George Benson, Shaka Khan, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Barry White, Kirk Franklin, Bette Midler, OMG, Earth, Wind, and Fire. His fertile music career has afforded him the opportunity to instruct courses at Bethesda University in California. He is co-producer of 3 gospel jazz CDs entitled Free, From This Moment On, and Heritage, and has written and co-produced Love in All the Wrong Faces, a captivating theatrical music production adapted from his second book. He is founder and CEO of Noah's Art Publishing Service and Black Minds Matter, and executive producer and co-writer of the Inspirational Youth Talent Showcase Celebrating Black Youth, co-founded in 1995. Laval Belle is a committed, dedicated, and strong-willing individual impacting all communities with a message of hope and reconciliation. Please welcome to Friday Night Live, my good friend, Laval Belle. Okay, just a minute. There it goes. Okay. There he is. Hey, Lavelle.
How are you?
All right, how are you doing?
I'm good. I
That
still
was beautiful.
I still remember that performance. It makes me excited watching it again.
I know, and it's like so perfect because this is the Black History Month, February. So that was like the most perfect song we could have done. One of your songs to come to begin the show. This is just really nice. Lift every voice and sing. So that was you and Karen Briggs. Woohoo!
Yeah, that's an arrangement I came up with. It was in my head for about 10 years, and I finally decided to go in the studio and record it. And I never anticipated getting such a great response. But yeah, every time I hear it, I was sitting there thinking that song was originally written by the Johnson brothers before there was a Brothers Johnson.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So I have known, I have to tell them that I have known you way back from my KWWJ years back in 2000. So I have known you for a minute, Minister Lavelle. OMG. And it's just so exciting to have you on the show. Thank you so much because I know that you have a lengthy and busy schedule, and for you to take time to hang out with me for a little bit, I just really appreciate it.
Well, I really appreciate you having me and thinking of me. Thank you for having me with your audience.
All right. So I want to let the audience know that we will be taking questions. So if you all want to know about Laval Belle, put some questions in the comments and he might answer them for you. So a lot of people, I don't know if they know that you are the meister on the drums as well. So I wanted to start with that. And then also you are a publisher. You have a publishing company. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later too. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. So, who or what inspired you to start playing the drums?
You know, I was beating on things around the house at tapping on stuff at probably 5 years old. It was when my grand aunts came to visit us in St. Louis. I was about 11 years old, and she discovered us. She's like, you might want to get him a set of drums. And my first set of drums, she mailed them through J.C. Penney's, and I took the drums to church and I started playing. I've never had a drum lesson. Yeah.
Wow.
When I started playing the drums, my mom got up and ran out of church because she knew I had no drum lessons. So, and I'm wondering, where's my mama going? I was literally about barely 12 years old, and I almost got up and left. But my brother had to set the drums up for me, and they took them in church, and I've been playing ever since.
Wow. And the rest is history.
Yes.
Okay. So, what would you be doing right now if you were not a music? Well, you have so many things under your name, but what would you be doing right now if you were not a drummer or a producer, or a minister, or advocate? What do you think you would be doing if you would you just have like a regular like 9 to 5 job, or what do you
After
think
all,
you're doing?
listen, exercising all the gifts that I'm exercising now, did you really ask me that question?
Yes, I did.
Here's an honest answer. I'd be asleep. You know, I'm doing a lot of things, and I'm very grateful and so grateful to have a sense of awareness in my health in the novel COVID environment. I'm so grateful to God to allow me to maintain my sense of health and awareness and to be sharing space with you and your audience. And so I think I would, be grateful. I never anticipated doing all the things I'm doing now. And I'm authentically just grateful that I'm able to be in my right mind and exercise various gifts and to share those experiences with other people to enable them to exercise their dreams as well.
Amen. Amen. I really like that answer. Okay, so how would you describe the music that you typically create?
Hmm. Well, you see, what happened was no. The music that I have kind of gravitated to a new movement, probably started probably 2000. My music is called my personal three CDs. They're in the category of gospel jazz.
Okay.
So I thought a lot of the gospel jazz artists were a little too jazzy, and it made the saints feel compromised. So I thought, well, if I can just, do a version, expression of jazz and gospel with a little Motown feel, and don't compromise the actual songs like "Oh Happy Day" on my first CD. I thought, that would be pretty cool. I never thought they would blow up the way they did, and it worked. We maintained the integrity of the songs, where my music, when we perform for our song, can lift every voice and sing. People don't play as a gospel. No, Dad, I'm still here. Are you there? Okay,
Yeah.
you still there? Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, even lift every voice and sing that's a gospel hymn. People may not know, and so even in that presentation that you saw, that's my arrangement, and you can
Mm-hmm.
sing along with the song, but yet I still put a little gospel-y jazz. So that's and it worked. I never thought that 20 years later people would still be playing my music and buying the music, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's a testament of those songs were already good. Most of them that we recreated, and so I call my music gospel jazz.
Okay. So what is your creative process like? Are you in sleep and then the Lord just gives you something and you get up and write it down? Or what is your creative process like?
Today, that is exactly what my creative process. God kind of dials in I call them my assignments, my creative assignments, and I get up in the morning. Sometimes at 3 a.m. I learned back in the 90s that when I wake up at 3 a.m., which is the same time in the Gospels that Jesus woke up, and if it's good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for me. And I learned, a lot of people should probably realize this, if you're waking at the same time every night, probably 3 or 4, you probably need to get up out of bed and write it out. Psychologists even say that if you write things out, it'll download it out of your consciousness, and it'll give you a chance to sleep. But my process is, yes, I'd wake up in the morning with these ideas and songs, and I write them out. I write the date and the time so that I can also go back and look at, like, well, did I do that right? Or boy, well, look where I am now. And so that is literally my process. That it's divinely inspired. Everything now, 90% of everything I do today is divinely inspired, and that's just not talking points. It really
Right.
is.
Right. Amen. So you have collaborated with a lot of renowned artists. Who would you like to collaborate with that you have not yet?
I would love to collaborate with Miles Davis, but he's not here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I I I would probably like to collaborate with, believe it or not, Quincy Jones. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
because he's like a businessman, movie person. I mean, I'm all those things. It would be Quincy Jones, hands down. I don't even have to think about that.
Hey, yeah. Quincy, if you're listening, call Laval. Okay. If you could open a show for any artist, who would that be?
Well, again, it would be Michael Jackson, but he's not here. So I don't know. I thought about that. If I could open up for someone, I don't, I never really thought about that. I'm usually not stumped on a question, but
They're
uh,
using for you, huh?
yeah, I mean, as far as, because a lot of the people I would want to open for, I mean, I have or I played for them.
Mm-hmm.
So people that are alive today, I mean, we just lost Prince, so
Yes.
maybe Stevie Wonder, maybe, probably him, I would say.
That's a good.
Uh, yeah, maybe him, but the ones I would really like to open up for, they're gone already, and I probably already performed with them.
Okay. So Lavelle, we're going to be talking about your book a little bit later, but I have 3 to give away, so I need to do a giveaway. And the book is Kids Journal Through COVID-19 United Kids Speak. Do you want to give just to talk about this just a little bit before I give this away so they'll kind of know what they're getting?
Sure. So I put together a kids novel, an anthology. I put together a team around the United States. There are actually 50 youth writers between the ages of 7 and 13. So there's literally a child from Michigan, Kansas, Missouri, every state in the United States. And they submitted an essay, and I put those stories. They expressed their experience with COVID-19. And the first 7-year-old writer is Gianna Floyd. the daughter of George Floyd. She is and she's the first writer in the book. And Cicely Tyson, whom we just lost, she also wrote a quote on the back of the book.
Sure did. It's right there.
Yeah, Tia and Tamara Mari, she wrote the endorsement. So it's a great book. It's the reason I put that together was to give youth a chance to document their story, because this is their Holocaust. This is their 9/11, and it gives the kids a voice to express where they are too. And so it's a documentation that gives them a chance to express their emotional trauma or confusion or forward inspiration. So that's why I put it together. It's a great book. It's actually a great book for the entire family to read. I get pictures from people, parents. I got pictures from people who email dads and children reading together. So it's quite fascinating.
All right. So we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but right now we're going to give one away. And I have a trivia question. So pay attention. Pay attention. Don't tell the answer, Laval. Don't tell the answer. Hold on. Okay, this is our question. What group launched the Freedom Rides in 1961? Was it A, the American Civil Liberties Union, B, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, C, the Congress of Racial Equality, or D, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee? I bet you don't know. Let me see who gets it. Let's see who gets it. All right, you put A, B, C, or D in the comments. And we are going to come back in a little bit. We're going to go back to Laval. Yes, we're going to go back to Laval. Oh. Okay. All right, there it is.
That's pretty cool.
You like that? Do you know the answer? Do you know the answer? Don't tell it. Don't tell it.
Of course I do.
Don't tell it.
The answer is no.
All right. So what would you like to do? You want to continue talking about the book a little bit, or you want to talk about some of your journey through your music ministry?
Up to you.
We can break it up a little bit. I got you all the whole hour, right?
I'm here for you and for your audience.
I was real excited when we started talking about this, so we can always go back to the music, but I really want to push this book because, like you said, I have Cicely Tyson on the back of here. OMG. And that's just like,
well, you know what else is very strange? What's interesting, if you look on the back, it says Crystal Winnell Sexton. She was the second grade teacher for George Floyd. So,
wow.
Yes. And the backstory, if you go to my website is noahsark.com. Again, noahsark.com. noahsarkpublishing.com. I'm sorry. noahsarkpublishing.com. One day I was watching CNN and they did an interview with her, and she said she had this student named, I forgot, she called him by his middle name, and he was in the second grade, and she had all the students, check this out, submit an essay for Black History Month.
Wow.
40 years ago. She had his essay and a picture he wrote on CNN after his death, of course. And you know what he said he wanted to be? He wanted to be a Supreme Court justice.
Wow.
Did he not impact our life? And so, I mean, it's a pretty amazing book. It's every school system should have it. Every child in America. My goal is for every youth in the country to have this book. That's really my goal. And if your listeners or our audience can help me do that, you will make history. We are going to make history. Though the pandemic is making history,
right?
So are we, in our response to it and how we will overcome this very tragic and novel pandemic.
All right. I have a question on here. Where can they purchase the book? I have Laval. You want them to go to noahsarkpublishing.com?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
No, Cheryl, please say it again. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
noahsarkpublishing.com. .com. Very simply.
Can you type that in the comments for them? noahsarkpublishing.com.
Very, very simple.
So
No.
why do you think why do you feel how do you feel like how do you feel a student or a child could benefit from your book?
Oh, well, I take the model from myself, my own personal experience. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up, of course, in St. Louis, not too far from where you are. My mom had 10 children, 9 boys, and 1 girl. I am the sixth child, and we were extremely poor. I never knew who my natural father was. And of course, I told you I started playing drums at about 11, and I never had a drum lesson. They had
Mm-hmm.
a school in St. Louis called Visual and Performing Arts High School.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to attend that school in my sophomore year. And I didn't know how to read music. You had to read music to get in the band. You had to be at this pretty intense musical level as it relates to music reading. And so I would peep into the band room and watch all the kids playing. And I said, boy, I want to be able to play like that. And so I took all the little fundamentals of music and theory classes. And the next year, I was in the band. My point is that other youth can inspire other youth far better than any of us adults can. The fact that I saw youth that looked like me, that were my age, performing at that level, told me or informed me that if they can do it, I can do it too. And I feel that the kids who write these stories will inspire other kids. Now these youth, 58 youth, I mean, these are kids that, some of the kids are from an Indian reservation. Some of the kids that wrote were homeless. Like,
Wow.
there's some, I have black kids, white kids, Muslims, Africans, a special need kid in Washington. So it is we're literally making history. I promise you, years from now, when these kids look back, we're going to have presidents and people who will wind up serving our communities and our country. To have youth walking around at 7, 8, 9 years old to say that I'm an author with
Right.
people like Cicely Tyson connected to their name, Tamara, and that's why I'm doing it. My goal is to inspire other youth to write, to read, to reach, to serve, and to move forward in spite of all the circumstances surrounding our world today.
Right. And what a befitting time, like you said, right in the middle of a pandemic, which I've never been through a pandemic. So, I mean, and you never know the challenges that the students are dealing with. I actually teach, I know it's very stressful. I teach adult kids, but um, you have no idea the stresses and things that these students are going through, having to go to school at home and not get to see their friends and no kind of, no contact, no we don't know what kind of effect that's going to have on the children. So this right in the middle of COVID-19 to be an inspiration and encouragement for other children. They can read in the journal from 11-year-olds and
Well, can you imagine being the first class of a virtual graduation, the first class of a virtual funeral? I mean, the first time a kid attends a kindergarten is virtual. I mean, can you imagine that?
great.
And our growing up, that's what they're experiencing. The first time a basketball game or a football game in high school and no audience, they are the genesis of the change in the 21st century. And it needs to be documented and it needs to be a part of history. This book will be a documentation of history, led and motivated and inspired by youth. I am just the orchestrator, but all the kids write the stories. The only thing I wrote in this book was the dedication and the ideas. They literally, are the writers of the kids anthology. So thank you for sharing it.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to check with my music director over here and see if we have a winner just yet. Okay, she's still checking. Okay, there is a question on here. Do you publish adult books also? So that's really good because I wanted to talk about that as well. So let's get the answer to this question and then let's talk about some of your other projects. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a full-fledged publishing company. I have a publishing company. We publish everything. We do everything that all the major other publishing houses. We have a full publishing house. So if you go to my website, you will see we did a children's book for LeBron James, Ernest Thomas. We're presently doing a book for, I don't think I better say that name yet, but yes, the answer to that question is yes. Male, female, adult, fiction. We do the audiobooks. We transition book from book to film. So because I have a background in entertainment, it just kind of freed me up to do all the other things. So yes, the answer is yes.
Okay, and we're going to go into more detail about that. Let's see what the answer was first before I tell the winner.
I know the answer. I'm gonna write it down first.
So the answer is the Congress of Racial Equality. That was, I believe, C. Yeah, that was C. All right. So our winner for the first book, drum roll, Amy Worth.
Yay!
Amy. Woo! Congratulations, Amy, congratulations. So all of the winners tonight, I do have a Facebook page. I need you to go to my Facebook page and inbox me your mailing address so that I can get this to you. Congratulations. Amy is our first winner. But
Yes,
we got another one to give away, Laval. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here is the second trivia question. What was the name of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s father's church? Was it Ebenezer Baptist, Atlanta Southern Baptist, Southern Church of the People, or Atlanta Tabernacle? Cheryl, do you know the answer to that? Cheryl knows the answer to that. I bet they don't know the answer to that. All right, so we're going to let you all think about that for a minute. I need the name of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s father's church. All right, let's go back to Laval. Yeah, there he is. I know you know the answer to that one.
Yeah, I really do in a big
We all
way.
should know the answer to that one. Okay, I had speaking of your adult books, I actually put some pictures up because I have one on the way.
Oh wow.
Your gifts are not your purpose. We have that, and then there's a workbook as well.
Oh wow. The
Uh-huh.
light came on. The light came on. And then there was light.
And then that was like,
And let the light know.
oh, MG. Yeah, mine is actually in the mail right now. So I should have mine in a day or two. But you want to talk about this book for a second?
Sure.
Okay.
True confession, I hated writing in school. If there's such a word as hated. I hate to write when I was at Visual and Performing Arts High School. But one day I was traveling with an artist named Keb Mo. He's a great blues artist. He's won like 5 Grammys. I was performing with him. And, the Lord impressed on me. No, you know what it was? I'm sorry. That's when I started writing it. I was in Japan with Philip Bailey of Earth, Wind, and Fire. And he asked me to lead a Bible study. And I'd never led a Bible study before. And I went to my room. Philip Bailey told me, he said, well, just write on what you know. So I started writing about relationships. And I went to sleep. And I saw, this is a true story. I saw this vision that says, your gifts are not your purpose. And then I saw my whole life, my career, go before me. And I went, oh, wow. And I wrote that book down. And the rest is history. God gave me that title, and it has sold hundreds of thousands of books. I never had any idea that I would be writing anything, let alone a book. But that's really how I started writing it. And so I recall playing with Earth, Wind, and Fire, we were performing for the Sultan of Brunei, the richest man in the world. And I remember God saying to me, now that you've seen all that the world has to offer, will you preach for me? I'm like, I got to write a book and preach? And so that's a title that no one has. I think people confuse their gifts with their purpose. They're not the same. Your gifts is what you created, you were created. Your gifts are what you were created to do. Your purpose is the reason why you were created.
That's good.
So when I wake up every morning, I know my purpose. I know what it is. My gifts facilitate my purpose. Your gifts make room for you. You should have never got me on this one. I can just go
Oh,
on.
that's good. Go right ahead.
So many people. I have a trivia question for your audience, if I can give them one.
Of course.
And for the book, just actually.
Okay.
So I believe that there is a natural gift, a spiritual gift, and talent. I'll say it again. A natural gift, a spiritual gift, and talent. So your natural gift is the gift you were born to do. What do you think my natural gift was? Music. So natural gift is the gift you're born with. Talents, you have many of them. You can learn a talent. You can learn how to sing. You can learn how to write. But a natural gift is something you didn't ask for. You come here with it. And the spiritual gift is created for the body of Christ. So what was David's purpose? King David. All those are his gifts, but those were not his purpose. What was David's? Okay, let's just say, what was David's natural gift? That's all. That's all I'm going to say. That's it.
Let's see what they come up with. I do have some questions while they're doing it. See if they can come up with that. What was King David's natural purpose? Is that what you said? Or natural gift?
Purpose.
Natural purpose. Okay. What was King David's natural purpose? Okay.
Gift. You keep saying purpose. What was his natural gift?
Gift. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what they come up with. Here's a question for you from Amy Worth. Laval, which drummers have inspired you? Are you a fan of Steve Ferron?
What she know about Steve Ferron? Who knows about Steve Ferron? Hands down, the drummer that inspired me more than any other drummer, Buddy Rich.
Buddy Rich.
Yes. Every drummer knows who Buddy Rich is. And for Buddy Rich, it was Steve Gadd. Buddy Rich, Steve Gadd, Tony Williams, Jack DeJohnette, those four. But Buddy Rich, hands down.
Oh, wow. Okay, here's another question. How did you get into publishing?
Oh, wow, good question. I've written 8 books, 7 or 8, and so many people kept asking me to help them with their book all the time, because I learned all about the copywriting laws. As you know, when you're in the music business, you got copyright laws and you learn how to create. One day, flying home, this is a true story, about 3.5 years ago, my publishing company is only 3.5 years old. And I was flying home and I saw a vision. And I've written this down. I'll send it to you, Catherine, one day. I wrote the notes on the plane. This is going to freak you out. And I saw a vision, because I see visions. I saw a vision of some animals going on a boat. I was like, oh, wow. And then the animals turned into people. And then I heard this voice say, you will create a publishing company and call it Noah's Ark Publishing. I'm going to send you people who will feel safe with their stories. And I kind of like, I don't want to do no publishing company. That's why it's called Noah's Ark Publishing Service, to be honest, because I didn't want to do it.
Wow.
It could have just been Noah's Ark Publishing, but I was like, let's call it publishing service, because I was not going to do it. That was over 3 years ago. We don't have room. We're just at capacity. My first.
Uh-oh, I can't hear you, Laval.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yeah.
My first client was Ernest Thomas of What's Happening. He was my first publishing client.
Was that Rod?
Yes, Rod.
What's happening? I remember that.
Yes. So if you go to my website, you'll see all my first youth project. One of the first youth is LeBron James' kid book for St. Louis. So that's how I started. I never planned on being a publisher, but here I am.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What I think I want to do, I want to give away another one of these books for that trivia question, and then I'm going to give away one of your spiritual gifts books for the person that gets the King David correct. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. So Cheryl, do you have a winner for the second one? So the question was, what was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s father's church's name? And the answer was, they better know it, Ebenezer Baptist Church. All right. So who is our winner for the second book?
We are going to be at Ebenezer on the 21st of this month with that book.
Are you serious?
Yes, I just autographed Mr. Wardock, Pastor Wardock, his book. I wish I had a picture of it. I took a picture. I'll send it to you. I just sent him a book. Isn't that crazy?
I think it's really amazing.
So remember, each youth represents a state. So that youth in Michigan, we take that youth around the whole state. We're doing Savannah. If they go to my website, they'll see the schedule. We're doing Savannah, Atlanta, Macon, and some town called Carolyn was on it, Megville. But yeah, so I teach each youth. I literally go to their state and take them for a weekend in all those cities and teach them how to do a real book signing.
Okay. All right. So our second winner of the Kids Journal through COVID-19 United Kids Speak is Tiaka Credo.
What a name, Tiaka. I like that name, Tiaka. How do you spell that? Tiaka?
Tiyaka.
Wow, that's a pretty cool
and the
name.
only reason why I know is because she's my sister.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I like that name.
That name means God will provide.
Wow. I'm going to write that down.
Yes. All right. So let me see. I see quite a few people. They said for King David's gift. Let's see.
Natural gift.
Yes. Praising God, worshiping, music, musician.
There's only one natural gift. There's not a bunch of it. It's only one. That's the confusing people. You only have one natural gift. You have a lot of talents, but only one natural gift.
One natural gift. Psalmist. I don't know. What did anybody answer it right so far?
Nope.
Flute.
Nope.
Skilled musician.
Nope. And everyone thinks his natural gift is a musician. That's interesting, but it was not. They're warm, but nope.
That's not it. That's warm. You almost got it, Miss Gerald. Miss Gerald is my childhood Sunday school teacher.
Oh wow.
She's in Chicago. She said, she's close.
A natural gift is something you do your whole life from the day you're born until the day you die. So think about David. It's something that he was born doing before we even knew who David was. That's another hint.
Oh, come on, y'all.
Oh, okay. Carolyn says well, Carolyn, you have to give them the date when we're going to be there, Carolyn.
Oh, hey, Carolyn. Got to send a shout out to Carolyn. I was emailing her back and forth, the correspondence. She was really sweet. Okay.
Somebody said a flutist. Oh, that's cool. To lead. And that's just Miss Gerald is your Sunday teacher? Yeah,
Miss Gerald said to lead.
Oh, okay. Tree is so close. She's like got Tree Cradle. Is that her name?
Yeah, that's Tiaka again.
Tiaka, she's right on it. She got her nose up on it.
Shepherd.
Yeah, Ada got it. You're close. You're right on it. And it's interesting how they're all right on it. I'll give them a few more. Stay on that shepherd. Stay on that. What did Tiaka say? What does he say?
Protector.
Yeah, that's you so close. Your nose is on it. That's something he did all of his life.
So tell him the question one more time. Tell him the question one more time.
Your natural gift is something that you're born with that no one teaches you, and you do it your whole life. No matter what talent you have, no matter what you learn, no matter what your purpose is, it's something that's always there. We'll give him 30 more seconds, and I'll tell you.
We want to know King David's. What do you think his natural?
He did it as a child. I'm giving you a hint. As a child, he was doing this.
Be kingly.
You can't be kingly keeping goats and sheep. That ain't king.
Okay. All right. So let them give him a chance to put some more answers up there. And so again, you all can go to Noah's Ark Publishing Company, and he also has another
not publishing company, Noah's Ark Publishing.com.
Publishing.com. And then also you can find some information on LavalDream.com as well.
And it's Laval Dreams with an S. LavalDreams.com.
All right. Okay.
Because if they leave that S out, they're not gonna find me.
Go to Laval Dreams. They ain't no telling what they might get on Laval Dream. Go to Laval Dreams. All right. So let's talk about our book that we're pushing. I actually have one more to give away, y'all. One more to give away. Okay, so what was one of the most surprising things you learned while you were creating this book?
That's a good question. Where do you get these good questions from?
I was trying to find some good challenges stuff because I knew you was coming.
Uh, I think the most challenging thing. Ask me the question again.
What was one of the most one of I'm sorry. What was one of the most surprising things you learned while creating your book?
This book, the Novik.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't know how much pain the kids were in.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I was trying to update. Ooh, that's deep right there.
I didn't know. I really didn't know. I just did not know that, and I learned, and it further motivated me to work harder. I did know they were in the pain that they were in. Keep in mind, I said one of the kid writers was homeless.
Wow. How did you pick the children for your book?
That was the hardest part of putting the book together. I put together a team. I found what's called team leaders in every state in the United States. Imagine getting 52 team leaders. So I got 52 team leaders, and then the kids would mail the team leader an essay,
Hmm.
and then the team leader would have to lower the number to five, reduce it to five, and send me those five, and then I would pick for those five. That was the hardest part.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
can you imagine getting a kid from Iowa, South Dakota, North Dakota, Hawaii? Next week, we are doing a book release in Puerto Rico. One of our kid writers is from Puerto Rico.
Wow.
We're literally doing a book signing in Puerto Rico. There's one of the kid writers is from Puerto Rico. Yeah, we're serious.
So they can go again. They can go on your website to find out the schedule. They can find out
They
more about
That
the
website
purchase
has
of the book.
everything. It has a picture of every kid, every state. It has the tour schedule. We're presently on Black History Month tour. It
Hmm.
has the quotes from Cicely Tyson, whom we just lost.
Right.
Everything's on there. How you can buy the book. The book is also in English and Spanish, and there's an audio book.
Wow.
And they can get the audiobook on Audible. It's available on Audible and iTunes. So it's there. It's doing really well. It's a blessing too.
Yeah, this is a really nice book. Really well written. I like it. And I have my own copy. I have you all know I have a copy autograph. Okay, let's see what else we got up here. Okay. Fighter, provide,
Okay, I'm gonna have to go
nurture,
ahead and give it to her. She's so close. She's just right there. Go back to her. She said fighter.
fighter.
Let's give it to her. David was a warrior.
Oh, somebody put warrior on here.
Okay, well that's who got it.
Okay.
Remember, he wouldn't have never gotten the job with Saul had he not killed Goliath. He also killed a bear and a lion with his bare hands. David fought all of his life. He was a warrior. Isn't that amazing? So his natural gift was not musician, it was music. Music was his talent. Warrior. Even the day David died, they were fighting over who would be king on his deathbed. His wife and they picked Solomon. Isn't that something? So the answer is warrior. Somebody got it. But boy, you're a friend. Her nose was right up on it.
Okay, so Cheryl, anybody that typed in warrior or fighter, find me a winner for those. Okay, she's gonna get that. And whoever wins that one, Lavelle, I want to give them
No, you
um
definitely want to give them your gifts and not your purpose.
your gifts and not your purpose. That's the workbook.
Yes,
And
but they really need both books. I'm not they. You can't give
yeah,
them one without the other one. Really, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we're gonna give them both of them. We're gonna give them
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
People say that book changes their life. It changed my life. Like when I learned that my gifts was not my purpose, was not the reason I was born. Your gifts are older than you are. I mean, think about that. Our gifts were assigned to us before we ever got on earth. They were here waiting on us.
Wow. It's really deep when you really when you like I knew that, but like when you just said it, and I'm sitting here like think about it, it kind of just whoo.
Your gift, your gift right now is older than you. You didn't ever expect to be, doing some of the things you're doing, right? But here you are. I never planned on being a publisher, but that's one of my talents. Your talents are endless. By the way, I'm having fun. Now I'm warming up. I want your listeners to remember this, and Carolyn put up the hyperlink for the.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it up for a minute so they can look at it. Yeah.
I want your listeners to, if they don't remember anything else, remember this: your wealth is connected to your talents, not your gift. Your wealth is connected to your talents. Your gifts will make room for you. Your gift is your advertisement. You have me on this program because I'm a drummer, but I'm more than a drummer today.
You are.
But you would have never known me had I not played them drums. You ain't gonna help me right now.
Yeah, because I was at the radio station. I was looking for inspirational jazz artists, and that's how I met you. I had no idea of
So my gift of music made room for me to come before you and your audience today.
Wow. Somebody said define talent.
Say once you get on this subject, you have to have me come back just to do this. I'm telling you, because it's too mind blowing.
Yeah, I'm sitting here taking notes.
A talent is something you can learn how to do, right? You ever see someone go? You ever see entertainers? Let's say Shaquille O'Neal. He opens a restaurant. He does acting. Those are all talents. Talents are endless. You can do as many talents as you want. You can learn how to sing. You can learn how to fly a plane. But your natural gift is called natural because you come here with it. Like you didn't ask for it. That's why it's called a gift. G-I-F-T. A gift is something that you didn't ask for, or you may ask for, but God gave you that gift. And when you come here, if you just exercise that gift, it will make, so that's your advertisement, that's your branding. But your talents is investments. Your talents is endless. I mean, I own my own business. I created Black Minds Matter, by the way. That's a whole nother story. So I have revenue coming from books, music, literature, speaking, talking, real estate. Those are all talents. People think that just because they were born to sing that they're going to become rich singing. No, not so. Wow. The singing will make room for you, but it doesn't mean you'll be rich. That's where they get confused. Isn't that interesting?
Yes, it's very interesting.
So David's natural gift brought him before Saul. Saul could have cared less. Who's this little kid that killed Goliath with a slingshot? That's how David got there. His gift made room. So but that talent he has, he's so famous with singing and writing, you think that was, no, because talents could make you famous. Talents can make you wealthy, but your gift will make room for you.
No, I'm just tripping because guess what? The show is just about over. We've been on here a whole hour. It doesn't even seem like it. I haven't even
remember I told you, I said you're not gonna have time to do it. That's why I said, well, I'll let it go when you want. I said you ain't gonna. You got on them gifts. You should have never got on.
But it's important because I think the most saddest thing is someone to die without knowing why they were created or they didn't tap into, their gifts and their talents and it just was not used.
There is more time on the other side of the pandemic that there is during the pandemic. The pandemic will end. It feels awful. We're in the shadow of death right now, but we have more life on the other side of the pandemic. It is best to allow, when you don't exercise your natural gifts, you become moody, unhappy. You ever see people that are grumpy because they're not living their natural gift? To do something, when you work a job for someone else, in that book, you got Your Gifts Are Not Your Purpose. I have a chapter in there called Jesus, the Entrepreneur. The best entrepreneur you'll ever see is Jesus. He had a staff of 12 men. The best staff the earth has ever seen were the 12 disciples.
Wow.
I can't say it no other way.
This is some rich information right here. I'm almost like speechless. Okay, hold on a second, Lavelle. Okay, so who is the winner for the purpose book, your gift and purpose book?
Whoever said warrior.
You got something yet?
Isn't it amazing? Out of all those answers, you only got one. And,
Mm.
that's how confusing the gift and talents can be. They're confusing.
Okay, she's getting a winner. Here, I want you to answer this question if you have time. Let's
Sure, I
put this.
will.
Will you talk about the Dream and Visions book on your website?
Not only will if you go to lavaldreams.com, lavaldreams.com, I have the gift to interpret dreams accurately. Not I mess around. The thing I didn't get to say, Catherine, was I'll send this to you. I forgot to say this. Thank you so much, T. Right? T. How do you say her name?
Tiaka. Her name is Tiaka, but
Okay.
she abbreviated T.
Here's
Mm.
what I forgot to share with you, and I'll send this to you. God gave me on that plane when He gave me the vision to write the book. Check this out, Catherine. He said, "The time will be as the time of Noah and a pandemic."
Wow.
He told me there would be a pandemic. And during this pandemic, I have done more work with publishing than any other time in my life. I'm busier now than my whole life in the middle of a pandemic. A pandemic doesn't change your purpose. A pandemic brings your purpose out.
Wow, I can kind of relate to you on that. We were at the church that I go to now, Mount Joy, give them a shout out. We were working on a women's conference, and I was over the committee, and the Lord told me shift, and that was like November last year before we even knew a pandemic had even hit. And then when the pandemic hit, and then all I saw on the web was shift. Everywhere I looked was shift, shift, shift. It's a humbling, mind blowing type of experience. And since we're talking about humbling, how do you, because you've done so many amazing, great things, how do you stay humbled and rooted? How do you keep your balance with that? Because, you know, you could really be big, get big headed about, what I'm saying? I mean, so many great things, so many talents, so many things that you've produced to help people. I mean, how do you stay grounded?
Boy, you sure ask some good. Where do you get these questions from?
I don't know. They keep coming.
I I don't think I'm humble. I don't think I'm grounded, but I'll tell you how I work on staying grounded. I'm just so very grateful for God, all the mistakes I've made. The difference
Yeah.
between mercy and grace, they're very close. Mercy is God waives your penalty. You ever go to the courtroom and the judge says, "Well, we're gonna your traffic officer didn't come, so we're gonna waive your ticket." So God has given me so many mercy points. Mercy is God not giving me what I should have gotten, and
Oh my,
grace is Him giving me what He wants me to have.
you're gonna make me run in this
And
dog.
so because I am, are you still there?
I'm about to run.
Okay.
Like shout.
Because I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful I don't have COVID. I'm grateful I'm in my right mind. I'm just grateful. And the older I get, I'm learning that I have no control. God has all the control. And if He's got all the control, I just need to relax and let Him have it. God said, go write the book. I didn't have to go write the book. So if God said, go write the book, the weight's on Him. It ain't on me. The pressure ain't on me. But I do have to be humble. And so I'm learning that humble yourself before the great mighty God in 1 Peter 5:8. And in due time, He will lift you up.
Amen. Amen. Well, Laval, it is 8 o'clock, and we still got to do accolades. But I want to put a plug in.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you're sounding like a frog again. I'm sorry. Maybe let me move. You move a little bit. Maybe it'll change from our.
What about now?
Yeah, no. But
That
whatever it is, I know you're saying thank you. So
that's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have one more book we're going to give away. So, Cheryl, I want you to pick someone that gives some encouraging words on the comments for Minister Laval Bell for tonight. And that's going to be our last one. Laval, can you hear me?
yeah,
Laval,
actually. Oh, okay. What did you say?
I'm going to give the last book away. They're giving you some encouraging words on the comments. And so we're going to give our last book to somebody on there. Cheryl's going to figure that out. And so while she's doing that, also, I want to say thank you. Now that you can hear me, thank you so much for giving up your time, um, pouring out to us. on this show because it is my prayer to inspire people. That's what the show is all about. Thank you so much for pouring into us, encouraging us, and sharing your beautiful, amazing, anointing gifts with us. And we're gonna have to do this again because there's just not enough time, Laval. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you thinking about me. And I would pray that I'll give all your listeners a challenge. Go buy at least 10 books and give them away. That's if you want to make me happy, all your listeners today, the best way to elaborate on your gifts and your talents is to share it with somebody else's. So I would ask them to go buy 10 books and give them away. Each person today, if you just bought 10 books and gave them away, or reach out to me and you have organizations, or reach out to Catherine, actually, that would really help. My goal, my assignment, I haven't really shared this publicly, is to give at least 1 million books to kids in the United States, and that is our challenge. 1 million books, and we can do it a child at a time, because our children are in a pandemic emotionally. They're very suicidal. We've got to reach them before the enemy reaches them.
Exactly. I agree.
Thank you again for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. If you want to hang out, you can. I'm just going to do some accolades. If you have to go, I do understand because I know.
No, I'm good. I don't want to get in your way.
Okay, so the winner of the purpose, the gift. What's the name of the book? I don't want to say what's wrong. It is. Where is it? Your gifts are not your purpose, and the workbook is Minister Charles Neal.
Yay! My bishop is named Charles Blake. Yes.
Charles Blake. And then our final COVID Kids Journal book is going to go to Angela Talbert.
Hey, Angela. Love that name, Talbert.
Okay, so Cheryl, let's give some accolades. We definitely want to thank Minister Laval Belle, Stella nominated. Woo! Did you enjoy him? Yes. And also, I want to tell you all about my professor, Dr. Rice. He has a book out, Stepdad Showing Up and Showing Out.
Wow.
Encourage a stepfather or a father today. This book has a lot of good nuggets. It shares his journey as a stepfather. Be an encouragement for someone today. You can find this at Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and it's only like about $13. Next week, we have a brand new segment going on at Friday Night Live, preventative measures. And so basically, once or twice a month, we're going to be talking about health and wellness discussions. Our first one is next week. We're going to have Dr. Alfred back again. He's a pediatrician and internal medicine specialist. And we're going to be talking about National Donor Day. National Donor Day does not just mean blood, it means organs. And so we're going to be talking about that next week. And I want to put a plug in. We have a cat jam coming in March. OMG. So we're going to have an Inspiration Celebration Gala 2021. It's going to be Friday, March the 19th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the beautiful Gateway Convention Center in Collinsville. It is free. Can you say free? And guess who the artists are going to be? I'm going to have Happy Guitar, Greg Haynes. I'm going to have the clean comedian, David Graham. I'm going to have the ambassador of soul, Daryl Evan Jones. I'm going to have songstress Anitria Bratcher, saxophonist Cameron Ross, and saxophonist Dr. Ronald Rimbert Jr. You don't want to miss this. So stay tuned. We're going to have some commercials coming up soon of how you can get more information about it. It is going to be COVID regulated. They actually have when you come into the when you come into the convention center, they have a touchless thermometer machine where you put your eyes into these little holes and it takes your temperature. Everyone will get their temperature taken. We're going to not have it at full capacity. We're only going to have a certain percentage there. We're going to have a lot of room. We're going to be able to open the doors periodically to let fresh air in. Everyone must wear masks. And as far as food, I haven't decided yet what we're going to do, but there will be no touching of the food. Either somebody's going to serve you with gloves or we're going to have them individually packed. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a grand time and it is close to my birthday. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So I hope that you all prepare your hearts and your calendar for that. Also, we want to send accolades to our musical credits. Want to give a special shout out to Minister Kevin Moore, saxophonist. That is the song that you heard at the beginning of the prelude. It's from his CD entitled Every Breath We Take. And the song was entitled The Last Call. So definitely want to give a shout out to him. I think he's on. And of course, Friday Night Live does celebrate Black History Month. So make sure you tune in every Friday. There's no telling what I might do. I tell you, you just don't know. You just don't know with me. Did you enjoy Laval Belle? Yeah, very, very, very. I've known him since 2000, and I'm just honored that he would come and hang out with me for a little bit. So, congratulations to all my winners. Make sure you go to my Friday Night Live Facebook page, go to the inbox, and I need your mailing address so that I can send you your prizes. Congratulations to Amy Worth, Yaka Cradle, Reverend Charles Neal, and Angela Talbert. All right. Congratulations to all of our winners. All right. Let me get these. Sure, you want to do a few Cheryl shout outs before we go? And we have to make sure we say a special shout out to Miss Gerald because you missed her last week. I know you didn't mean to. And thank you so much, Carolyn. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. All right. So let's give some shout outs.
All right. First and foremost, I need to say, Miss Gerald, I am so sorry. When I saw that message, I said, "Oh, Gerald." I am so sorry. So the first shout out is going to you, Mrs. Gerald. Hey, Mrs. Gerald, I'm glad you made it here. Mrs. Earl Scene, part of the family at the.
Okay, that's okay. Cheryl just knocked over a light. It's okay. Keep going. I'll get the light.
Family here at the NFL.
The excitement.
FNL. At the FNL. I'm glad you're here. Breaking stuff. Congratulations to our winners, by the way. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming out. We have Mother DeBose in the house as well. Hey, Mother DeBose.
Hey, Mother.
Cynthia Banks. Good to see you.
Cynthia Banks.
Yes.
Hi, Cynthia. I know Cynthia.
We also have Angela Tolbert.
Angela.
Hey, Gigi. Good to see you. We have Carolyn
Gigi.
Phillips. Good to see you as well. We have Auntie Ada. We have Auntie Sally. We have Auntie Mamie. We have Auntie T. We got all the aunties today. Auntie T. Hey, Auntie T. Let's see. Hey, Charles Neal. Congratulations again on getting that book. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Let's see here. Charlene, the Stamp Queen Collector. Hey,
she is coming this month. She is coming to the show this month. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes. Y'all get ready for Charlene.
Ain't ready.
I want to send a shout out to Lillian Williams. She sent me a beautiful thank you card. And it had butterflies in it. It was just so sweet. Usually, I'm always sending stuff out and prizes out to everyone else. But she took time to get me a really nice card. Thank you, Lillian Williams. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Jonelle Bow.
Hey, Janelle.
Hey, Janelle.
Walter Williams is on here. That's the president of NAACP Edwardsville branch. Yeah.
We got Sherry Johnson up in the house.
Sherry! That's Evangelist. Hey!
Miss Lady Jackson up in here.
Hey, Mama.
Tina Wilson.
Tina.
Hey,
Kimberly Rogers. Hey, sis.
Oh, hey, Kimberly. Let's see who we got over here on the YouTube.
Oh, did you get my Auntie Angela Howard?
Yeah, we got
Auntie Angela. Okay. Minister Charles.
Bonnie Wilson over here on the YouTube.
Minister Charles.
Costello over here on
Costello!
I can't hear anything.
Karan. Hey, girl. Our MVP always holding it down. Hey, Karan, girl.
Hey,
Glad you're
sis.
here. Ooh, and
You all enjoy Laval?
let's
Yes.
see, we also had we had brother Esau come up in here and
Hey,
say
brother
hi.
Esau.
Hey. Unfortunately, most
Can't hear anything.
I hope I forget.
You're going to hear about it if you
I
did.
know
I'm
hear
looking.
about it. I'm so scared. I'm shaking in my boots.
Okay, we are past the time, but you know what? Minister Belle gave us some really good stuff. So
Yes, he did.
yeah, sometimes it happens like that. Okay. Did we get Auntie Mamie? We got everybody.
I got Auntie Mamie, Auntie Sally.
Auntie Sally. Okay.
Mhm.
What about
Auntie Ada.
Kia Henderson? Am I saying that right?
Oh, yeah,
Kia. Hey, I hope I'm saying your name right. It's so pretty. Is it Kia?
Keisha.
Keisha?
Is that Keisha?
Hi. Oh, that's a beautiful spelling, though. Hi. Good to see you. All right. Is that it? Okay. All right. If we missed it, charge it to our head and not our hair. Charge it to our head and not our heart. This is our website. You can always go on our website and check it out. We're still doing a little construction. Huh?
I forgot Angela Howard. We had Angela Talbert, but we can't forget about Angela Howard.
I asked her, did you say hi to Auntie Angela? You got it mixed up. You thought I was talking about Talbert. So you guys go by and check out our website. I think it's still under a little construction, but that's okay. But soon it'll be back up and you can see all of our last shows and all of the fun things that we're going to be doing with Friday Night Live. Okay. Love hugs to everybody.
And one more.
Okay.
Hey, Rick Lear. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget nobody.
Hey, Rick Lear's on here. Hey, you remember Rick? He was on the show.
Oh, Kevin Moore's up on here too. Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, I say a shout out to Kevin Moore. Yes. Okay. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. You all have a great Friday evening. Oh, I'm kind of hoarse. Ooh, I think I've been talking too much. And we will see you next Friday, same time, same station. We love you. Bye bye.